Hello, Tracy.
Morning. How are we?
I'm good. There's something I need to work on. It's not going to come as any surprise. I need to work on remembering names.
You're not the only one.
Are you good at it? Or?
Not at all.
No.
Awful. I'm actually embarrassed.
I can say the other night at your house, at your party, I met obviously a lot of new people.
Yeah.
And it was a lot to retain. I find that I will retain maybe 2 or 3.
That's amazing still.
But then it depends. Maybe I might wake up the next morning and go, what was that person's name again? If I know their Instagram handle guaranteed I will remember who they are.
Okay, let's take it back to the start. So you've come into my house. I've introduced you to Marina. How are you mentally taking in her name?
Well, for example, I did remember her straight away.
Because
she said her name in full, and I thought, I've seen that name on my Instagram stories. Like I've seen.
So you connected.
Yes. So
okay.
It went into my brain visually.
Yes.
As a written word.
Yes.
And then I just thought, and I knew her name. That was it. It just embedded itself. So I think for me, that maybe moving forward how I need to go is visual and saying it and seeing the person. And
I did back in the day, I did I was at a presentation which was trying to build something. I don't know what it was, but they did say
self-esteem.
It was something. It was something. I don't know what it was. But I did take something from it. It did say when you are introducing yourself to someone. So if I was introducing myself to you, I would then say your name back. So if I said, hi, I'm Tracey.
I'm Bernadette.
I would go, hi, Bernadette. So then that has come back into my head going, Bernadette, 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 Bernadette. But my problem is I will be so focused on trying to remember your name that I've already forgotten it.
Or I'm so focused in trying to remember your name, I've got no conversation.
Absolutely.
And then I look like an absolute fool.
Yep.
Because I've got this blank look on my face. Right, Tracy.
Yeah.
And it's just really weird.
Gone.
But and I have tried that before. Like, oh, hello. Nice to meet you, Mark. So, Mark, what do you do? And then I think I'll go and walk to the next person. I can't remember who the hell Mark was.
I hear you. Or do you like it when someone, say Anthony is Anthony, and then he gets people that say, hi, I'm Anthony. Oh, hey, Tony. And he's gone, and he correct. He'll go, no, I'm actually Anthony.
Yeah, if you don't correct it straight away,
but how do they
he'll be Tony.
How do they think it's okay?
I don't know.
I know we've spoken about
We have spoken about it, but do you get anything short from Tracy?
Trace?
Oh, yeah, Trace. Do you mind Trace? Or
no, it doesn't.
It doesn't faze you?
No.
Yeah.
It's the spelling that affects.
Because they won't put that E in your name. I know.
So that more.
It's
but Ella
once
gets
again.
L. Are you kidding me?
How could you just...
Isn't that hard?
She is just a very short name already. Come on.
L. And Giordano, bless his little heart, because he's spelt the Aussie way. Or the English way. So he's Jordan with an O. So he's J. I would have loved to have spelt it with the G. But he's got a coach at his soccer that he absolutely loves. And he thought because we were Italian, we've spelt it with the G. So his nickname at soccer is G.
Oh.
And I was listening one day going, who the hell is G? Looking around going, I thought I knew everyone on this team. Who's G?
That is
He gets it and he loves it. He gets Geordie. Loves it.
I love that.
Loves it.
I do love it with a J though. I actually love it. Yeah, I do love that. That's also because if I was ever going to have a boy back in the day, I was going to call him Jackson with a Jaxon. So I do have, it was Blake or Jackson.
I do remember the Blake.
Anyway, all right. Well, maybe.
The names.
Maybe a grandson, maybe.
I'm never going to remember people's name, and I do apologise.
Let's apologise in advance. We're here to say sorry if we don't remember anyone's name.
Or if I say it wrong back. I hate when I try to pronounce something if it's a bit unusual. And I'm more focusing on how to say it, like to try and remind myself how to say it.
No, there's something wrong with us.
Well,
we're just apologising. So if anyone wants to come up to us and say hi, I reckon just get your Instagram open, ready to go. Show me your Instagram and I'll I guarantee I will
remember.
never actually forget it.
Hey.
I need to see it visually. Can you write down your name for me?
Can we just supply everyone with name tags? So when we meet
Sharpie. I think that's where we'll head though. I reckon we'll just wear our Instagram handles.
So are we going to get some merchandise happening now?
Listen. I want to do a podcast in the street one day. I want to have like a little acrylic plaque.
Yes.
With our Instagram handle at Ladies Lounge Podcast with no A because I couldn't get it. They ran out of A's that day. But I want to sit at a table with our little travelling mics.
Yep.
I want to do our podcast and anyone who comes up, they can just come and say hi. When are we booking in? I tell you what, not in winter.
Not in winter. That's something in the future.
It's in the future.
Merchandise.
I think we should.
Why not?
What should we get first? What would be, if you could choose any merchandise, what you would get first?
But are you merchandise that keeps it to use it, or are you merchandise to say you've got?
Actually, this is where I run into problems. Yeah, because am I the kind of person who wants merchandise just to have it as a backdrop?
I'm not.
Or are we going to sell merchandise?
I'm merchandise that you like, that you use.
Yes.
I'm not a wasteful person, so I will not buy.
So we're not buying a banner?
Oh, no, the banner's good.
Maybe just a pink backdrop.
But hang on, just sort of, if you were to go to a concert, are you buying the T-shirt to say I've been there and I've got a pink T? If we went to Pink, right, a Pink concert, are you buying her a T-shirt? Are you ever going to wear that Pink concert T-shirt?
Do you know what I do with those T-shirts that I buy? I'll always get them really big and wear them to bed.
So do I.
Can we find out any other things about each other that are the same?
I actually thought that was normal, but I don't want to go out wearing it because I would hate to wear like my dad. He will go to South Australia and buy a South Australia T-shirt and wear it 10 years later, and I'll have a date or something on it, and I'll go, Dad. He goes, but at least it reminds you of where you were. And I'm like, no, don't wear that.
He doesn't dress for fashion, for style trends.
He's wearing his even years, decades.
That is so fun. Well, I am going to get us some nice little cups and not mugs because we can't do mugs. We can't do a thick.
It can't be thick.
We can't do a thick mouthpiece. Is that weird? Is that weird to say?
I just feel like I dribble it out. I dribble out if it's thick, where if it's thin, it's actually...
It feels very ladylike and very refined. So we want to get some nice cups, Ladies Lounge, great.
So I think merchandise for me would be something useful.
Yeah. But I think we do need just a little acrylic plant.
But that's okay.
So if we do go out on the move,
we're mobile.
People can just follow us.
I think that's...
Like and subscribe.
Okay, come on. Can we go back to some sayings that we've heard?
At the party, one of our favourite listeners.
Absolutely. Matt,
he said to us, you girls should get some merch. And we were like, definitely, it's in the works. We're going to do it.
And this is a guy. Can I just say, this is a guy that's listening. He is our number one supporter, and he has been from day one. He's out there giving us ideas to Ladies Lounge.
That's what we love. We want more ideas.
I do. So can we just talk about the conversation we had with him?
Can you just paint the picture what he said?
He's a tall boy.
I know.
I'm looking up, breaking my neck, looking at him. He's only in his early 20s. So has he stopped growing? Does that mean you've stopped growing when you... But I'm sure he's been that high.
I think it's safe to say he's got a baby. I think he's stopped growing.
So he was saying that he apologised because his family couldn't come that night. It was just him on his own. And I'm really proud that he didn't bring his sick son, because the last thing we needed was a bit of the runs going through.
Gastro.
No. And
Thanks.
our food was beautiful and fresh. I didn't think anyone
needed
to get there. So, and everyone's touching. Anyway.
Yeah.
He said on that, we need to get some T-shirts with some lingo. And how he started off was he said his son had just finished up with gastro. But one of it was he was walking through the house and it just happened. Yeah. And then he's 3.5 and he said straight out to his dad, Dad, shit. No, Dad, I've shit my pants.
Yeah. Oh, no, Dad, I've shit my pants.
Can I just say, I love that.
We just burst out laughing. And then we were like, oh, my God, now that would be good merch for a toddler.
How
good would that be for a
But
toddler?
even for a baby.
A little onesie.
Even for a baby.
I shit my pants.
And then you could wear it as you're older.
I don't know if that's because we had a few drinks or if we just thought it was really funny at the time. I still think it's funny though.
I think it's great.
I think it's perfect for a toddler.
But can we go back on that? Oh, with our maths, there was Alyssa. Have you seen all of her?
I have a child.
I have a child.
Yes.
So if she can do it from nothing.
With a few little quotes from Matt. We've got enough quotes on here to last us a lifetime.
Oh, no, Dad, I'll shit my pants.
We should get some of our favourite quotes from each episode that have really floored us and do a few T-shirts.
Because the giggling just continues on sometimes.
Just, I know, when I least expect it, you're still catching me off guard. Anyway, that leads us to what actually shits us about other people.
Let's do it. I'll get you to start.
Do you know what shits me about other people? Is entitled people. People that expect to either they expect they're going to get something from you, whether it be they're coming on holiday with you or they just expect that you're going to include them in things.
I was going to say, I think it's the way that it actually comes to us. It's not
their
nice.
delivery, I
their
guess.
Delivery.
It's when they assume.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So that's basically in a nutshell, because there's something to be said about a humble person. Like, oh no, if it doesn't put you out, or, I want to bend over backwards for those people. I want to give them the world.
Absolutely.
I want to include them in everything.
Yep.
But if you assume that
we're not going out of our
we're
way.
tight, then no, you've lost me.
And it happens whether it's work, whether it's family, friends, it's
social, anything.
Okay, all right, entitled.
Yes. What about
that expect you to drop everything to sort them out at your expense?
That's right. That's right. Oh gosh, I heard a great quote and I'm not going to be able to remember it. So here we go. We're going to go back to remembering things. No, I did. I'm going to try and remember this great quote. It said, every time you say yes to somebody, you're taking away an opportunity for yourself. You're taking away your own time. So be careful what and who you say yes to.
Right.
Because you're taking something away from yourself. So there you go. You have my permission to say no to people.
Okay, and not feel bad about it, because I'm a yes person and I will constantly say no and go. No, I don't constantly. When I do say no, I feel bad forever, and I shouldn't.
No,
it's okay to say no.
No, what you've got to ask yourself is, why has that person asked you in the first place? Why haven't they asked the next person?
Yes,
because they know, because there is some kind of a track record there. So you've got to break that track record.
Go on. What about the thing that shits me is chewing with your mouth open?
I just can't deal.
Sorry, can I just say, we were at the movies yesterday.
And I ate my entire popcorn next to you.
Popcorn is small that you can fit in your mouth.
I do eat one at a time.
Why are you chewing it to break it in half?
I was really trying to close my mouth before I chewed my popcorn next to you.
I wouldn't have heard that.
I know you were really tired. Transformers is what we went to see. It was fantastic. But it was quite a good, loud movie. I figured I had a bit of...
You had a bit of freedom there to chew with your mouth open.
When it's loud and you can just go, no one's going to hear, but then it goes quiet and you're like, shh, better.
But popcorn shouldn't be loud.
I saw people in that movie cinema. I saw a guy off to the right-hand side of me. He literally had the big packet that I had, the biggest size. He did the tray top lid mouth and he tilted it in. And I was like, oh, my God. And here I am. I do 1 or 2 popcorn at a time.
I do 1.
Lasts me the whole movie. So good.
Did you go through that whole box?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Can I just say I got parlour popcorn.
Oh.
The New York cheese and caramel style, it was called. And it had cheese, like you said, it tasted like cheesels. So one would taste like cheesels, the other one was caramel, all mixed together.
It was a good
What
mix.
A dream and a delight.
Were you watching how you were eating, like what you were picking up?
Yes, I could feel before I picked it up. I could feel before I picked it up.
So what was the combination you were doing?
So I knew the powdery one was the cheese flavour and the hard one was the sweet, and I was just getting so excited. But not only to mention, because we had a big weekend, you included, I was eating to keep me awake.
Thank God it was an action movie, because if you had turned around and said, let's go and watch a romantic, I would have died.
But it was such a good movie.
I did shed a tear.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Maybe you were a bit emotional.
Did you not?
I didn't, but I know
what
what you mean.
Away.
Yeah, I know what you
didn't
mean.
At the end shed a tear?
No, I didn't, but I just loved it. I loved it.
It was my favourites. That's going to have to be one of my favourites right now.
I got to say, I do remember kind of seeing some other Transformer. I don't know.
They just weren't action-packed, and this had a great storyline.
This had a really good. It kept me very focused.
Yep.
And
the only thing that really upset me, and there's a kids and there's well-behaved children, and then there's children that should not be at the movies.
I know. There were some young ones there.
They weren't too young. We're not talking toddlers.
We're talking about 10.
I was going to say about 13-year-olds, I would say.
They were running.
Now, it was
pounding the pavement.
Pounding. The movie itself had the sounds were, you could feel it through the chair. It was so good.
Yeah.
I just didn't enjoy them running behind us. And the parents, I mean, if it was me, I'd be going, oh,
I know.
God, come on, kids.
Your boys were so well behaved. They just sat there the whole time. They were amazing.
They sat there.
But then, and we had that front section, but the last row of the front section.
Yeah.
So every time they ran through, we could hear them on the back of our head.
Yeah, they were right there.
But anyway, it was such a great movie. Highly recommend.
Yes.
Comes out on June 22nd.
Yes.
It is going to be amazing.
Unbelievable.
So, do you hate it when people breathe too loud?
Is it my ears are too sensitive?
Actually, no. I think as I'm getting older, so if I can hear people breathing too loud now, then that means imagine.
What about people that huff and puff?
When they get upset?
Well, when they're doing work or something, they go, Like, are they doing
I know. I actually hate that. Yeah, do they want you to say, what's wrong? Are you okay? Because I'm never going to be that person. I'm not.
See, I was, and I've stopped now. I'm not caring about everybody now. I just can't.
So, like, if you've got someone in the workplace and they're like, I'd rather they just go, Bernadette, do you know how to do this? I will come over and I will help. I will bend over backward. But if you're just going to try and get attention or
I'm not paying
or complain about some ailment or something, I'm not
there.
But if you actually genuinely want to have a conversation with me, I'll have a conversation with you and I'll help you. Can I tell you what happened to me on Saturday night?
Please.
Oh my goodness. This is my first time. I got ding-dong ditched.
I'm so glad you said that so slowly.
Because
that could have turned into something.
What a ding-dong ditch?
I do.
Have you been ding-dong ditched?
I have, but I've got that gate at the front.
Oh.
So anyone could really
I know. And typical man, my partner says to me, why don't you just shut the front gate? And I went, well, that takes all the fun out of being ding-dong ditched, doesn't it? I said, no, I'm not shutting my gate.
Give us a breakdown from what happened.
Okay, so we just got home from, me and my partner had been out to a family function. And so my daughter's home. I'm waiting for my other daughter to come home. So I said to my daughter, message your sister, tell her I'm just going to leave the front door just slightly open, right? Anyway, so I do that. I go upstairs, think to myself, I'm going to get ready for bed now. Door's open. My daughter's rocking up any second. Like literally she's 60 seconds away from home. So I'm thinking I'll start getting ready for bed. Anyway, I hear the doorbell go ding, 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 and the door flung open and bashed against the wall.
No.
And I thought to myself, oh my God, I just told my daughter I'm leaving the door open. How dare she do that? So I thought it's her. How dare she? I came to the top of the stairs. I was going to yell at her. Anyway, I see my oldest daughter and I go, how dare where is your sister?
Because you assumed.
She goes, no, Mum, we just got ding-dong ditched.
Oh.
And I went, oh my God, what the bloody hell? So some kids have rung our doorbell, pushed on the door. You couldn't even see the door was open, and I know that for a fact. pushed the door open. They probably didn't expect it to be open. It's flung against the wall and they've run off. We went out looking for them. Not a thing in sight.
But your driveway is long. So someone's gone out of their way.
Yeah, it's probably 2.5 car lengths, my driveway. So
what?
Yeah. And we've got a security light as well.
Okay, I thought it would be at least 4 cars.
I don't
But they've
think
come
so.
out of their way to come through your driveway, through to the front. Like, fair enough, it was the gate.
Yeah. But so we've got a security light. So they've come through. As they've come through, the security light would have got them. We've even got cameras set up, right? And that didn't deter them.
And it was cold. What were they doing
and
out?
it was freezing on a Saturday night. Anyway, I guess that was their fun for the night.
So it's still happening.
But yeah, so look out for ding dong ditching, everyone.
So
making a comeback.
Are you going to now put that on your Neighbourhood Watch Facebook page?
That's a good idea, though. I never thought to do that. I just think it was kids having some fun.
Which is innocent.
But
it was
it was like the way we used to prank call people back in the day.
Yes. I guess it made
Hi,
more...
is your fridge running? I can't remember the other ones now.
I'm trying to think of the others. But no, it's more because you were expecting your daughter to arrive.
Yes. And then she pulled up in the driveway and she saw me out in the driveway thinking I'm waiting for her. I'm like going, no, we just got ding dong ditch. Okay, that's another thing for our merch. # I just got ding dong ditch.
So I guess from there, I went